have you learned? Programmed to beat you. Mistakes. It was programmed to beat you. Humans, what have you learned? It was programmed to beat you. Humans, what have you learned? I was programmed to beat you.
Hello, and welcome back to FRLT. It is time for round 11. Yes, we've only got 3 races left of season 1. It's been so long, yes. I have missed the last 2 races, but I'm finally back. I've been a little bit busy, but we are here, as you can see, for Spain. It's going to be an interesting one for this race. Now, don't mind me if I just don't look at everything and anything for a few moments. Just trying to sort a couple of bits. So essentially tonight we go to Spain. It is 2.9 miles, 14 corners. It's got 2 DRS zones and of course a speed trap at the end of the pit straight. As you can see, there is the 14 corners. Of course it was 16 corners, now just down to 14 on the entire circuit. Looking at the constructor standings, FGE, they put in a win last week, once again returning to glory for the first time in 2 races. But they still need to, all they need to do is just make sure they score more points than AMS tonight and ABE to take the championship here in Spain. While AMS and ABE have to outscore them by, literally, they have to outscore them and make sure they're within 88 points of FGE. The driver's standings still dominated by Takubi at the top of the standings on 84 points compared to Drastic Blaze in second. Both are racing here tonight. So everything is going to be incredibly interesting. We're going to look and double check that everything, we should be good to go in the next minute or two. So we should be getting going very shortly. Yes, we are getting going right this minute, actually. So yes, we are getting going right this second, actually. Just double checking everything. It's just making sure that everything is working, of course. That's all we want for this week. We are getting into it. And something has happened. And what? I'm not sure what has happened. Seems like we've had a small disconnection. Do apologise for that. Small disconnection at the moment. Hopefully everything is working fine for you guys on the stream. Please let me know if it is or if it isn't. Small disconnection, and that's rather frustrating, which means I'm now going to have to join through somebody, which of course isn't great. Got to join through a driver. So yeah, so everything is working now. It should all be working now. Everything is working fine now. So don't know what's going on here tonight. Really don't know what's going on. The game glitching out as it likes to. Yeah, I do apologize. This is not what I expected to be going on. No, we have started, but our game is killing itself. It's really frustrating. So I do apologize. I do apologize for this. This is terrible. Why this is happening, why my internet has slowed down all of a sudden is absolutely crazy. And why it's slowed down. Let's see whether it's going to bring us, if it's going to load. Because at the moment, it's not wanting to load. Oh, come on. Not sure why it's not wanting to load today. Happened at this point. I'm gonna have to restart my game. Oh no. So what I can't stand is when I have to restart my game. Yeah, everything's just really slowed down. I do apologize. I'll be back in 5 minutes or 2, hopefully. Well, basically just as soon as possible. See you in a minute.
The same mistakes. I was programmed to beat you. Humans, what have you learned? I was programmed to beat you.
I can confirm we have returned. And yes, we have finally gotten into the game. Loading is all complete. Should be all ready to go. I do apologise for the problems this evening. These are problems that I've certainly had for the last couple of days, and so not very happy that I'm of course having these problems, especially on a night like this tonight. So already, as you see, out on track at this point, and this is the start, by the way. Drivers have only done one lap. As I know, they've only done one lap, so we haven't missed too much so far. So I'm not too disappointed. Takubi, though, setting the quickest lap time. He's with 1 minute 10.464. Very, very strong from Takubi, I have to say. Bit of a tough start for DLI P1, 12th, 14th. Quite far, about 2 seconds off of Takubi. Well, man who's putting in actually a pretty decent session is Ham. He's P5, but still sitting half a second away from the leaders. Let's run on board with him through this lap. He's gone through turn 1, turn 2. He's gone through now turn 3 just this minute. Heading into turn 4. Very nicely there from the Aston Martin. Now into turn 5. Downhill, taking the corner rather tight, but very nicely now heading down the straight. There's small, very small straight into the left and a small kink to the right. Taking it very nicely once again, not pushing too much with the car through the flat out right-hander. Very easy to go through there, no real difficulty. DRS open and now coming up to the end of the middle sector. Only up by half a tenth on his lap so far. But as that stands, he still won't have enough to make his way up into P4, but he will be close to the AMS driver. I'm going to say Sarpali. I'm going to call you Sarpali. I'm sorry. If that's not the way you say your name. He finds a tenth and a half though. He goes into 1 minute 10.8, but still 3.5 tenths behind the quickest man in the session, and that is Takubi, of course. Still in the pits at the moment. At index slow on his lap. Sarpali, we were saying about how he had some pace. He's going to get some slipstream off of his teammate. Heading down the back straight, his teammate moves out of the way. Some teamwork there. He's only found 300s going through the middle sector. And so at the moment, this will keep him in P5, but it is still P5 as it stands. His teammate, though, 4 tenths behind him. So AMS not having the best of days. They need to outperform their opposition. He can't improve, so he pulls it into the pits now. Drastic Blaze is on a slow run. We know DeVito isn't pushing on his lap. Who is pushing on their lap? David Sheen, no he isn't. Sonic is pushing on his lap, coming around the right-hander. He's doing very well. And now into the next and final corner. Up to the line, what is he going to put in? He is going to improve by half a second, but still sits bottom of the table, only ahead of Cammy in that respect. Apple Juice is now out onto the track. Aiko, he's found a 10th already in the first sector, which will promote him up to P9. DeVito couldn't improve on his run. Sem is going slow. Let's watch Aiko for the moment. Coming round, 10th up through the first sector alone, which is pretty good. Only 5,000 splitting him and Rising Moon in 11th. Still sitting at about a 10th. So he hasn't actually found any more time in his lap through the middle sector. So he's matching his middle sector, which I have to give it to him. Matching your middle sector actually isn't too bad. Coming through the final 2 corners, into the final corner now, almost flat out once again, up to the curb, and across the line. He's going to lose 7 thousandths through the final sector, but it's not enough. He just misses out by 5 thousandths of a second to P9, so very, very close there between those two. I think the next driver who's just finished the lap is Cammy. He's found almost an entire second in his lap, going ahead behind his teammate ARS Alex. ARS Cammy now in P13. Rojuel having a bit of a tough session. R-Web not really pushing. We've got Apple Juice. He's going through the first sector. How is he going to do at the end of his first sector? It's 21.628. Decent first sector. Let's watch this Alpine, the SRA driver, the only SRA driver in this lobby because his teammate's having some problems with the game. Sadly. Same as me. I was having some problems with the game. Coming now round the left and right-hander. Good speed from Apple Juice. Now heading through the right-hander. He's going to do pretty well. And so far the car's looking pretty nice. And it's going to be a 50.2 for the middle sector, which isn't, again, too bad. At the moment, I think he'll be sitting about P13 on the grid, so that he could split the two ARS drivers. ARS in desperate needs of a point for this race. Only 3 races left of the season, and they've only got, I believe they've only got 18 points to their name. Up to the line, he actually goes P11 ahead of Aiko, so a very strong lap time, only 1,000th of a second ahead of Aiko. Very, very good. If you guys give me a minute, I sadly forgot to grab something, but I'll be back in a quick second. Sorry about these problems here today, but I'll be back very shortly. I have returned. I've returned and, well, our eyes have been completely focused on Apple Juice so far. Hitindex has found some pace in his lap. He's now gone up to P4, just behind his teammate. XPG looking very punchy here this evening. Definitely that. Definitely looking a bit punchy there for these guys, especially for XPG. They really want these championship positions. They believe they could get P4 in the championship. They really do, and I think with this type of performance, it would be very good for them to get that kind of finish. 27 points would be incredibly important to their season, and the biggest points finish of the season as well. Drastic Blaze just improved. He's gone to P5. Still behind his teammate, though, by just under a 1/10 of a second. 95 thousandths, actually. So incredibly close between those two. AIS Alex improved to P9. So very good there. R-Web still sitting bottom of the bunch. He's still going to sit bottom of the bunch. 1 minute 21. 10 seconds off of 17th. A couple of drivers waiting for each other. Drastic Blaze not on a fast lap. Tindex, I think, just is going on another push lap. No, he just finished the lap. He's improved by 19 thousandths. Ham is on a lap. Let's ride on board with the Aston Martin. We rode on board with him just a little bit earlier. He's going to get stuck. Is he going to get stuck? No, he isn't. Almost having contact with the Alpha Tauri as it moved quite dangerously to the left. Coming round the left-hander. He's only up by 700ths of a second. Still nowhere close to Kubi. Would only make it into a 1 minute 10.6, still sitting 2/10 behind. If he improves by that amount, if he finds some more time in the final sector, he might be able to bring it home. And up to the line, he's going to do a 0.7, only finding half a 10th, and still finding himself 3/10 behind the provisional pole position taker, who is on an outlap now. So he's getting ready for this. So heading round, everything's looking good here tonight. A Drastic Blaze has retired from the session. He knows he can't do anything better for his run. Ham, of course, just finished his lap. Sem starting his lap, same as Hitindex as well. I think Hitindex is just giving his teammate a tow down the pit straight. We've got a couple of drivers starting laps. We've got Cammy, I think he's the closest to the line. I know Sonic, either he's just improved. No, he's starting a lap. R-Web is out of VRS. He's giving his teammate a tow as well. I think the closest driver to the finish line is Cammy. How much is he improving in the middle sector? He's actually he's over a 1/10.5 down. This is not what he wants to be having here tonight. You don't want to be a 1/10.5 down after the second sector. Ham now retires from the session. There's 2 drivers out now. and that is the FG duo. They've considered that they're done for the day. P2 and P6. AIS Alex considers he's done for the day. Same as I think it will be for Cammy. He's going to retire from the session, I think, very much. Looking at where are the others? Both McLarens have gone slowly. They're done on their laps. Takubi's just starting his. I think we've got Aiko, who's coming round to finish off his lap. Sarpali is just starting his lap, so different from his teammate. Up to the line, only finds 16 thousandths of a second, and P11 exactly the same time as Rising Moon, by the way. So it's incredibly close between those two. DeVito is finding a 10th and a half in the middle sector. He's going to find that 10th and a half and hold on to it and go up into P8 in this session. Very good. Both XPG drivers are now done with their session here tonight. I think we've got David Shiki. He's coming round. He's been slow. He's taken too long on his lap. And ultimately, he's going to be finishing qualifying early. We've got Rogerwell. He's going to be the next man, I believe, to cross the line. Rising Moon can't improve on his lap. He stayed P11. Rogerwell, his teammate, coming around the final corner now. Rogerwell's become quite well known in this league here in Season 1. And up to the line, he's going to find 3/10, but only go P14 with that. Takubi doesn't improve on his lap. He was slightly down on his lap, actually. We can see Sarpali up half a tenth so far. This could find him up into P5. What he really wants to be seeing here tonight. It's going to be up by a 10th and go up into P3 here for the moment. It's almost, qualifying's almost over. It is almost, very much almost over here tonight. And I think that is everybody. Unless Sonic is going quickly. No, he isn't. And that is qualifying. Qualifying is over. That is it. Takubi on pole position. This man's done it 2-3 times before. He's done it again here tonight. And I'm going to be quite interested to see what's going to be going on. No penalties this evening. I have to say, pretty crazy night here today. I'm just struggling for words, especially the fact that that was a 10-minute .464 for a first lap, a banker lap. You don't see that often, but maybe he just hooked up the lap just well enough. Hello, AMS Ramon. Sorry I didn't see your message. I do apologize. Been a little bit slow today with seeing messages and stuff. I do very much apologize. I also apologize about the pathetic quality of the stream at the beginning. I do apologize for the pathetic quality. My internet is just not loving me this week. It's not loving me last week either. So I do apologize for the terrible quality of the stream so far. But it seems to be good now. Now, here is the qualifying order for the race. Takubi hits it on pole position for ABE. The Belgian, once again, we're seeing some dominance from ABE. Ham finishes in second. Sarpali, AMS on third. The top three teams in the constructors are the top three. FRC Sem in fourth, followed by his teammate in fifth. Jurassic Blaze sixth. Yasko, I'm going to call him Yasko, seventh. DeVito eighth. Flynn 9th, Alex 10th, Rising Moon 11th, Aiko 12th, Applejuice 13th, Rogerwell 14th, Cammy 15th, Sonic in 16th, David Shiki in 17th, Arweb in 18th, and Rev Rob in final and last place because of a grid penalty. Pretty crazy to see. Of course, ABE have a lot to make back this evening. But we're going to have to see how that will go for all of these guys. Let me just sort when we're getting going here tonight. So, we'll be going in the next 3 minutes. which is interesting. Hopefully everybody will stick to going in own. So yeah, so go at 8:33, so 3 minutes from now. Some interesting points to take away from it. FG, I mean, 2nd and 6th in the grid order. Very good, I think, for FG, of course. Out of all of the teams, out of the top 3 teams, as it stands, they will score the most points based off of where they've qualified. The one team I would say I'm more worried about than any other team on the grid is... I think XPG's had a really good qualifying. If they can carry that pace into the actual Grand Prix itself, they're going to have an incredibly strong race. I mean, if they finish 4th and 5th, that will be an incredible finish. 22 points scored for them, of course. Brings them a lot closer. I think it will either overtake them past ART and also close them up a lot to ARO, who are in 4th. ARO need a good... They need to have a bit of a comeback now because they've been strong and they've caught up to AMS and ABE in the championship. But now they're sitting in this area that they're kind of on their own slightly. So they either finish well in these last 3 races or they can just kind of get a couple of points and then they might be fine. So tonight's really going to be important for a couple of teams. But the main, of course, important part is for AMS and ABE to work possibly together, not only to take the victory, but also to make sure they stay within title contention going down into the final race. And the main thing will be making sure that FGE don't score more points and make sure that they have to score 30 points more. That's all they have to do is score 29 points more to hold on to the championship chance going into the final 2 races. That's all they have to do is score 29 points to stop FG, 29 points more than FG, which is looking very difficult. And so we're going to have to see what happens. I don't want to jinx anything, but at the moment, I would say definitely Takubi, off of that qualifying, he was on fire. He was very good. So that's all. That's all they need to do. And here we go. 3, 4, fire lights. And away we go here for round 11 in FRLT Season 1 at Spain. Heading down the pit straight. It's been a good start from Ham. He's actually gotten away rather well. But so is Takubi. Takubi now holds onto the lead. Heading down into turn 1. Look at this. Almost 3 wide behind. Further back. Almost 3 wide. Drastic Blaze. He's been caught onto the McLaren of... I believe that was FRC Sem. That's what Drastic Blaze got held on to. RevRob finding his way up the grid at the moment. He's up to already P11. Remember, he started in last place, down in P20 and last. So he's actually having a rather good race. Same as I'm going to call you Mabo. I'm sorry, I'm going to call you Mabo. It's a virtual safety car because of the chaos in turn 1. Aiko also got caught up in that as well, I believe. So Sem, Aiko, and Drastic Blaze all getting caught up in that turn 1 incident, I think, along with Flynn. Let me get up everything, because we need to see everything. So, if we look, position change, yeah. So Flynn, Sem, and Drastic Blaze, along with Aiko, were all caught up in that turn 1 incident. So, 4 drivers all caught up there, which, of course, isn't great. A great start for Mabo, and also a great start for RevRob. This is almost exactly what AMS want in a way, but one of their drivers now outside of the top 10 in this race. So, of course, it's not that great. So, it is what it is. They're going to have to go with how it is. Moving up the order, the racing should get going now. Very shortly, it should get going. Takubi still leads here on lap 2, of course. He's going to be pretty happy that he's off in P2. And away they go now. And it's actually been a really bad restart for Ham, because he's just lost out P2. And FG's worries are getting more and more on the chance of them actually getting the lead in, holding on to the lead in the championship and winning the championship here tonight. Because it's going to be they're going to be a little bit more worried now, because all of a sudden they're now dropped down to P3 and only going to be scoring 15 points compared to 18. Now, of course, that isn't enough still. That still isn't enough, because AMS will only close in by 3 points in the standings, and that isn't enough as it stands. Rev Rob, though, finding himself up to P9, though. Rev Rob, though, is on the soft tyres. He is on the soft tyres, so he will be getting that extra little bit of pace. So let's have a look at the tyre compounds between all of the drivers off the start. We've got both Mercedes are on the soft, so is Rev Rob. Only 3 drivers on the soft. I think it's pretty much, it's leaning towards more mediums and hard tyres for the 2 other options, but more towards the mediums, I have to say. Looking at this battle further back, you can see a couple of overtakes happening. Rising Moons just made his move on Yasko for P5. DeVito making his move down on the inside of David Shiki. It's DeVito versus David, and DeVito is going to come out on top and get into P11 now. Oh, and it's a spin! It's a spin for David Shiki. He's round, and DLRF P1's day has just gotten worse. P19 and P20. This is just looking very unlucky for them. Maybe too much tire pressure, and that has possibly ultimately lost him out his chance in the race here. Not sure. You can see Rev Rob's just fighting with Mabo over P9 here. But how's it going to go side by side? But Rev Rob is going to come out on top now. Well, you can see Mabo with the DRS. He's going to move to the inside, going into the hairpin. Has he made the move work? Yes, he's made it stick. But Rev Rob's coming underneath. He's getting it just right. But he just can't make the move. He can't make the switch back. Maybe those soft tyres are starting to overheat slightly, as they do round this track. But that is exactly what Rev Rob won't be wanting, is a driver holding him up, because at the moment, they're 2 seconds behind P8. And there goes Rev Rob with DRS. Easy move for him down the straight. We're going to see whether DeVito is going to make the move. Yes, he is. He's going to send it to the inside going into turn 1. That's 2 moves in 2 laps. Has he made it stick, though? Has he? Going round the inside, he has made it stick. And now he's up into P10. But he's still having to fight with the Alpine. The Alpine not giving up. Much like in 2024, the Alpine's slow. But here, the Alpine's showing it is defensive like crazy. And actually quite quick. But you can see, oh, I just saw Cammy. AS Cammy out of nowhere. It's a bad one for R-Web. He's just gotten spun round. I just saw him backwards in the grid, down to P18 for R-Web. This season's not getting any better for the SDR driver. Drastic Blaze now finds himself up into P10. Aiko not far behind in P14. So everything just needs to go its way. And you can see this battle for the lead isn't really going on, because Takubi looks calm and fresh out in the lead. He's led now all laps of this race. By the way, to put in perspective, Takubi has led the most laps out of any driver in this championship so far this season. So I've got to give it to Takubi for the amount of laps he has led, because nobody's overtaking him. They're all playing the long game. They're all playing the smart game. All of the top 6 within half a second of each other, by the way. So it's quite interesting to see that they are all close out front. Drastic Blaze! Contact with DeVito! Drastic Blaze pushes his way past, and now STR also having a difficult and quite horrible day. See some battling. Mabo getting overtaken there by AOS Cammy. Is he going to make the move back? Yes, he is. He's still there. He's not giving up his position round the outside later on the brakes. That was one hell of a move, and he just knew it would work. Here comes Aiko. Is he going to make the move? No, he's just pushing the AOS driver off of line, and he does it perfectly from MS Aiko through the right-hander. What a move from the Ferrari man. That is critical thinking and absolutely critical mind games from Aiko, making sure that the AOS driver stays off of his line. And you can see Cammy's slowing down quite a bit. He's going to tangle a bit with Flynn. He is slowing down. He doesn't seem to be that quick. It feels like something's wrong because he was quick. Has he got damage? I don't see damage on his car, so I'm not sure. By the way, out in the lead, it is still 6 drivers all following each other. But Yasko struggling a little bit more to keep up. And there's a Mercedes off. It's Rogerwell. Rogerwell is off in the wall. He's gone off in the wall. And it is a safety car here in Spain. First safety car of the night. And hopefully it will be the last. But the first driver to DNF this race, 6 laps it's taken, which I'm quite surprised by the amount of incidents we've had in the first one. Absolutely crazy stuff going on. I have no words for this. I know we're on board with Flynn. I do apologise. I was not looking at that. I was looking at the timing screens. But it is now a safety car, so we're going to see whether drivers want to box. If I can say box. If drivers want to box to put on a fresh set of tyres, maybe the soft tyre runners will want to change tyre. We know there's a couple of drivers who have boxed. Apple Juice's boxed once again. Of course, we've seen Sonic also box this race. The only 2 drivers, I believe, to go into the pits. Takubi is going into the pits. He is going in for the hard tyres. What are we going to see here? Who's going to take the lead of this race? It will be Ham. He will take the lead here tonight. What tyre is he going to? Takubi's going to the soft tyres. He's gone to the soft tyres. He's gone for the risky tyres. He is going and confirming for the 2-stop strategy here tonight. Mabo getting a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's not going to help him tonight. It's not going to help SOA's wishes and hopes of scoring a point here tonight. Everything maybe falling a little bit apart, but we've got a whole new front 3. Quite interesting front 3. You can see Drastic Blaze, of course, back here in P4. Not where he wants to be. Aiko as well. He's on the hard tyres. Remember, a lot of these drivers are hard tyre runners. So let's have a look at the tyres. I don't know why I'm looking at some other things. It's accidentally scrolling. So the drivers who've now boxed. These are the tyres that they have boxed for. So we've now got softs, hards, mediums, softs, hards, mediums, and mediums for all of the drivers who have recently boxed, which is quite interesting. Penalties, 5-second penalty to Mabo and drive-through penalty to Apple Juice, which he won't be able to do until after the safety car. So he's going to have to wait a while before he can do it. So that will be a little bit disappointing for him, of course. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please think about subscribing and leaving a like. We're getting closer and closer to whatever goal we have. I don't even know what the goal is. The goal is just enjoy yourselves while you're here. Generally, just enjoy yourselves. It's great to be doing this every week. Well, almost every week, but it's absolutely great. And this racing has already been pretty crazy. Lots of incidents happening. I do feel bad for DLRFP1 and for STR. They've both not really gotten away with much here tonight. I can't lie. They haven't really gotten away with anything. Which always makes me feel bad that they haven't gotten away with anything. We've got a bit of overtaking happening further back. Maybe that's just a little bit of a thing going on. One driver slowing down a bit too much. But my one worry here is that now, on the fresh soft tyres, of course, we've seen those softs. They can go probably about 10 laps into the race. So I could see Takubi going to lap 18 on those tyres. And he showed in qualifying he's got that natural pace. But his race pace definitely hasn't been as strong. So maybe there's a few things here and there that could change, that could happen over this race. I don't actually know. It's going to be pretty crazy to see. So, Takubi is the man we're looking at. Because he was leading a race. He boxed and he's gone to the soft tyres. These tyres will last about 10 laps. Probably about 10 laps at most. Round this track, maybe 12 at most. Softs don't really last round Circuit de Catalunya. Just to remind you of everything going on here tonight, Ham has taken the lead of the race for FGE after a couple of drivers boxed, of course, out in the lead. He was P4 anyway. Also, a couple of other things. If FGE finish where they are, if they just outscore AMS and ABE here tonight by anything, they will win the championship here in Spain, which will be incredibly interesting to see. On top of that, Rojuel has left the session. Of course, he has retired. That was our first retiree and DNF of tonight, and that was Mr. Rojuel. And the safety car is coming in this lap, so very shortly we're going to be getting going once again. It's all up to Ham. He can choose when he wants to go, when he wants to push it. Because he's taking the inside line, he's taking the slow line. We're going to watch on board with him what he's going to do. Now coming round, still going slow. Now he's going. He's left it late. Coming round, now heading down the straight. We look behind. He's actually got on a pretty decent gap. Any overtakes happening further back? Maybe an overtake or two happening further back. You can see Sam trying to make a move, but we got Takubi making his move on ARS Cami into turn 1. He's made the move, and he is now up into P7 on those fresh soft tyres. He'll be hunting down the competition, and that Red Bull, I think, will be seen just like in real life. Maybe it make a couple of overtakes with some ease here again. And now looking further back, Sarpali now trying to make a move as well. He's going to send it down the inside into the left-hander. Bit of a lock-up, but he's been able to make the move pretty nicely, as we can see Cammy just cracking under the pressure a little bit too much. And that is exactly what he doesn't want to be doing, but sadly, that is what is happening. Now, looking out further out in front, nobody's making any moves just yet. We can see Takubi. He's going to be making the move next, and he's doing it on FRC Sem. Heading down into the left-hander hairpin, which used to be a proper hairpin, which is more round than anything else that I've ever seen. Like a wheel of cheese. And now, coming round the right-hander, the second piece of wheel of cheese. And now, coming down the final two corners, the fast, flat-out corners around this track. He's absolutely flying at the moment, up in P6. He's going to be making the move now on Aiko for P5. Aiko's giving him a bit of a battle. He's giving him a bit of battle. Drastic Blaze also making the move on top of Takubi. Both making moves. And now Takubi's up into P5 and hunting down the next two drivers. And I think the next one is going to be ARS Alex, who's made a bit of a mistake through turn 3. Heading down into turn 4. There goes Takubi. He's up into P4 now. Turn 4, P4. And that is exactly what the ABE driver will be looking for here tonight. And coming round the left hand, you can see Aiko's trying to make his way past, but he can't. He's got his teammate all over the back of him saying, let me buy. Some Ferrari tactics going on here, and he does. But also Aiko, oh! Into the wall! Sam, into the wall here tonight. There's another safety car. Oh my god, what happened between Aiko and Sam? Absolutely no words for that. I have no words for that, for what's just happened. Absolutely no words. That is... I don't know what to say about that. I was going to say that was looking like a clean restart. Definitely not. Ham's into the pits now. These guys are getting a nice free pit stop, while the rest aren't. Takubi's coming into the pits, though. He doesn't think the softs will be a good idea. He's coming into the pits, too. He's going to the hard tyres. He's going long on his tyres. His teammate's also coming into the pits. Is his teammate going to get held up? No, his teammate's not going to really get held up in the pits, but his teammate is going to drop down pretty far. Where's Takubi? He's going to be P13 now. Oh my god. This is absolutely... I have no words for this. What is going on here tonight? Because now, Sarpali leads. AMS finally lead a race for the first time in quite a while. It's been quite a while. I can't remember the last time they led a race. Unless I wasn't here, but still I can't remember. Rising Moon in P2. So things have changed a bit. Things are looking interesting. Things are definitely looking very interesting. So, now looking further up, you can just see. This safety car I don't think will be out for long. But this does put Takubi behind Ham and Hatindex. That's now 2 retirees. I do feel bad for XPG because they were on for a good race as well. They weren't on for a bad race, so I really do feel bad for them here tonight. Yeah, I'm just pretty shocked. I'm pretty shocked with that, to be honest. I guess we'll just... XPG will have to look to the next race to get a massive finish because at the moment they are only P12. But things aren't going to ABE's plan either. AMS might be first and third, but there's still quite a few laps to go. I think the safety car will be going for one more lap as we head on to lap 12. out of 33. We're almost reached. We've still got 31 more laps of this race to go as soon as we cross the line. So we've still got quite a while. 21 laps, sorry. Not 31, thank God. Please no 31 laps. 31 laps would be absolutely crazy. So yeah, this is gonna be something interesting. I've seen some disagreements in the chat in our Discord. I believe I have the link down below. If not, I will put the link down below. It's next week. But if you go to our Twitter, FRLT Future Racing League for Teams, make sure to go check us out. Give us a follow on there. Also subscribe here. And also leave a like, please do. And click on the notification bell. I know, I'm just adding to this. I don't know why. But go and follow us on Twitter. You can join through our Discord on there. I will be posting it very shortly. In the next day or two, I will be posting a link to it. And also there's some old links which might or they should work or they might not. I'm not 100% sure. Just go and make sure to go and check it out. But yeah, make sure to go check us out on Twitter. A safety car is in this lap. We don't just do live streams. We also do shorts and small videos of these races. So if you just want a kind of small highlights of what we have going on, make sure to go and click on the notification bell to know about things like that, because it's rather important for you to see those. Because if you just want to see small bits of the race without having to scroll through the stream, make sure to go and do that straight away. Now we're talking about straight away. MS Sabali is going to be getting going very shortly. And when is he going? He is going now. He's gone earlier than Ham did last time. And actually, he's gone a better drive away from Rising Moon. Heading down the pit straight now. You can see still the car's winding around the final corner. You can see there's going to be a move. Yasko trying to make the move on the AMS driver of Aiko. Is it going to work? Yes, it is for Yasko. He's going to make the move and up into P3 for AERO. So maybe AERO's difficulties today have come to an end. And here goes Mabo. He's making his move on Aiko now as well. Up into P4. Aiko just falling through the order. And he's also going to fall behind Flynn as well, who is on the hard tyres, who is on fresh hard tyres as well, I believe. So I'll check that now. Yeah, he's on fresh hard tyres. So this is just going to hurt more that Aiko still has to pit at some point in this race. Now he's got Davito behind him, closing up and trying to make a move to get P6. So already Aiko's dropped 3 positions in just half a lap. So nothing's looking too great. You can see Takubi's made his move, actually. He's made his way up into P11. And he's getting closer and closer to the points. His teammates trying to make the move on R-Web further back. And now you can see Sonic having to fight with Ham. Interesting battle going on here, I have to say. Sonic putting up actually a pretty good defense against the Aston Martin. And so I have to say that Haas not giving in just yet. And now here comes Ham. He's going to be using overtake. He's using quite a bit to make his way past. And here he comes. He's closing in. DeVito's also made the move. Just watch that in front. He also made the move to get up into P6. Now Ham's going to be the next one hunting down the AMS driver Vaco. As Hatindex has also made his way past Sonic. And so is Takubi. Sonic absolutely losing out. All the positions here. He's just lost 3 positions in just a couple of corners. And there goes Ham. He's made his way past Aiko for P7. And Aiko just has to sit there. And sadly, he has to sit there and watch. And watch as the title sadly does slip away for both AMS and for ABE. Basically, here tonight, like I said, 29 points need to be scored. And at the moment, they're only be scoring 19 points more. They still need another 10 points. And now Ham, of course, has made another move up into P6. Tindex fighting, and that's just allowed Takubi to get a lovely double move done. Oh, and there's contact at the back. That sent, oh my god, that sent Aiko and Drastic Blaze off. Drastic Blaze now with front wing damage. Oh my god, what is happening? We said that this would be a difficult race for some, but this is all now working out towards other teams. It's not working out for AMS. Because if Aiko retires, this will leave him no chance to win the title. So might they stay? Might they not? There's also a driver who's round at the beginning of the lap, and that is Rising Moon. He spun round. He's down to 16th. Lots of moves happening. Takubi's made his way up into P6 in this race, so things are working out for a couple of teams, not working out for some others. DeVito's dropped down now to P8. What is going on for Drastic Blaze? He's been through the wars today. He really has. Turn 1 on lap 1, and now here all the way on lap 14, having a collision with AMS Aiko. This has completely left him in a really terrible place here tonight. Because he's down in last place as Flynn makes his move for P3. It's interesting to see this now because AERO are coming away with a double podium here tonight. So we could see Takubi getting a little bit off of line. He definitely got a little bit off the line. He must have had a very big slide. Here comes Ham. He's coming down on Mabo, but he can't make his way past the Alpine just yet. He's actually out of ERS, and still Mabo has more ERS to spare. Sending it down the inside. This is a terrible angle at which we're trying to watch this action go on. But he has made the move, though. Successfully, he has made the move. AOS Alex going down. Rev Rob's made his move up into P9 and into the points. Double points confirmed for ABE here tonight. It's only going to be 10 points as it stands, and that becomes 12 now that Takubi's made his move on Mabo for P5, which is very good. I like seeing some of these moves. AOS Alex and David Shiki trying to have this battle coming down into the middle sector, but AOS Alex will come out on top and will be up into P11 in this race. AOS, they're looking at... I said that they needed points here tonight, and they are doing it. Rev Rob now making his move on DeVito and up into P8 for the ABE man. 14 points for ABE here tonight, but it is AMS leading this race. At the moment, Sarpi and AMS altogether will score 25 points here tonight with where he currently is. So at the moment, things are looking not too bad, but the team that will come out with the most points tonight will, of course, be AERO if they can hold on to a double podium, because you could see Ham trying to make that move, but Flynn is playing the power game here. He knows he's got more ERS. He knows he's quicker. He knows he can defend. Going down into turn 4 now, side by side. Fresher tyres. Is that going to make a massive difference? It will make up enough of a difference, but still Flynn! Flynn's not giving in to this drive from... Oh! Flynn's in the wall! Flynn's in the wall! He's in the wall! Oh my god! He's in the wall, and it is a third safety car in 17 laps. Oh my god, we've gone 5 laps without a safety car. Webb will have a drive-through penalty. This is going to close everybody up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Absolutely. Absolutely. No words. No words for that. AERO also getting hit with an unlucky spell. This is just carnage here tonight. This is really just carnage. But I know that Aiko and Drastic Blaze will be happy. Who's going to come into the pits? Are we going to see everybody? Rev Rob's coming in. Takubi's coming in. He's slowing down, though, to give his teammate time. Hatindex gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And as we can see, it's going to be Sornek who's going to take the lead. It's going to be a double DLRFP1 1-2. And by the way, that is the first time this season that DLRFP1 will be able to complete a whole lap. A whole lap. And by the way, even being in the pits, even as they, until they actually get past the pit lane exit line, to where the limiter comes off, that's when it counts that they haven't led the lap. But they were able to do that. Sornik has been disqualified from the session. Oh my god. What is going on? What is going on? Oh my god. I have no words for this. This is absolute carnage everywhere and anywhere. I don't know whether this is the game being the game. But now, 4 teams have all suffered 1 retiree, and that was AERO, XPG, ART, and now DLR FP1. David Shiki will now lead. Maybe it is just the commentator's curse that is coming in. This is just mental. This is just purely mental stuff going on. Maybe, just maybe, things might change. But at the moment, oh, things are looking spicy now. Things are looking spicy. All of the grids close back up. Takumi's down in P13 after boxing again. Rev Rob's P6. What is going... I think Takumi knows he can make his way through. As you can see, Tindex dropping down the order. Tindex dropped down the order. And now David Shiki's coming in. That means Sarpoli will lead, but he's on soft tyres. Wait. Sarpoli and Ham are both on soft tyres. Tindex is out of the race. What? Wait, what? Did he just crash into the wall? That is a double XPG DNF. Oh my god. Oh my god, what is going on tonight? What's going on? I have no words for this. Usually I have a couple of phrases that I'd say. I have no phrases for what I've just seen. Oh my god, a double DNF for XPG here tonight. That's painful. Now 5 drivers all out of tonight's race. See, Drastic Blaze, he's wanting to reach out another lap of... He's waiting for another lap of the safety car. He wants another lap of the safety car. I know he does, because that's why he's going slowly. So this could be some strategy game going on between these two. We're going to be getting going very shortly. Very, very shortly we'll be getting going. We should be getting going about now, or we're going to have to wait another lap. We might have to wait another lap. Thank you. Thank you, Drastic Blaze, for making us have to wait another lap for some racing. Really disappointing. But of course, we're going to be going on to lap 20 out of 33. Horrible fact that I've just realised in this race is that we've almost spent the same amount of time under safety car. We will have spent... now, by the way, because we would have spent between 7 to 8 laps under safety car in this race. Absolutely. That means 55% of this race? 55% of this race. Is my brain just yeah, it is. My brain's just glitching. My brain's not braining. 60% of the race. 60% of the race we wouldn't have spent. We've spent racing, and 40% we spent just being under safety car. Takubi dropped back a couple of places. He's now made it back up. He's back up at P13, 12. Is he? What is this dude man on? He's a bit laggy. Okay. Yeah, really disappointing to see a double DNF for XPG. Of course, they were on for a good finish. They were P4 and P5 in qualifying. Of course, turn 1 did not help. Safety car is now in this lap. So we're going to see Sarpoli, for the second time this race, he's going to be the man to lead us away after the safety car. He will be the man to do that. Let's see what's going to happen. Coming round turn 14? I think 14 or 15. Why have I forgotten? I had all the corners down. Yeah, so coming round the final 2 corners, he can choose when he wants to go. It's all up to him. He's letting everybody bunch up. Now he's going. He has jumped Yasko, and he's especially jumped Ham as well. Ham's really had a bad getaway. Now, heading down the pit straight. They're heading with maximum amounts of speed. R-Web pulls into the pits. Are we going to be seeing a retirement from R-Web here tonight? I'm not sure. Apple Juice has just made the move into the top 10. Takubi's lost out of place. Lots of battling going on here. Almost 4 wide. There goes Takubi up into P11. He's gained a place over David Shiki. Rising Moon has now gotten ahead of DeVito up into P7. It's a good restart for Rising Moon. Up into some points. ART, of course, they're lacking one driver with Rochelle DNFing. First driver to DNF in this race. But now it will be Rising Moon who will hold on to the small bit of a flame they have left in this race and possibly score 6 points here tonight. Takubi now up into the top 10. Cammy 3 wide, almost 3 wide. Contact between him and Drastic Blaze. What is going on? What is going on? Heading into the hairpin, he's going to go very deep. Almost get the AMS driver on the way out of Aiko. But this has not been a good one for Aiko, down in P14 as it stands. Second to last in this race. Really rough one. And there goes, I believe that's DeVito. DeVito's heading into the pits now. He's done. I think either he's retiring or that he's just purely not happy with where he is. But you could see Drastic Blaze struggling to get past David Shiki into the braking zone. It's going to be sent from Drastic Blaze. And he is going to make the move. And up into P10 it is for Drastic Blaze. Aiko is going to get the undercut on Cammy. And now chasing after the horse of David Shiki for P11. Getting close to the points now. Still, he's not able to make that move just yet. He's going to have to wait a little bit longer with the AMS driver. But Sabali having an incredible restart. 1.1 seconds, almost 1.2 seconds in the lead as it stands. He's almost entirely out of ERS already. Same as Yasko. But Ham's got a lot more on his side, but he is on the soft tyres. Drastic Blaze has just made his move for P9 over Apple Juice. Takubi has a pen. I don't remember Takubi having a penalty. Yeah, Takubi has 5 seconds of penalties. I didn't see that. I did not see that. So maybe it is something ABE wants removed. We'll have to find out. But you can see Savali out of ERS now. Aiko, he's just made his move up into P11. But DLive P1 driver, not going without a fight. But it's going to be something that he's going to have to ultimately push the AMS man of Aiko off track. And now Aiko's back down to P13 and almost having to start over again, try and make these next 2 overtakes. And still, he'll then have to climb a 1.5 second gap to ultimately Apple Juice. Mabo, this is a man I want to talk about, is Mabo, up in P5. Some nice fresh tyres behind RevRob, keeping up with RevRob, by the way. This could be a really good finish for SRA at the moment. I mean, Mabo is on to score 10 points, which, by the way, to put in perspective, they did have 4 points. Oh! I say that, but the commentator's curse is coming true, and now Mabo has had a massive moment. He's going to try and stay within a second. Yes, he is. He'll stay within a second. That's a big thing to do, is stay within a second, because he's going to hold on to DRS. As you can see, Ham's now made the move on Yasko for P2. But remember, these soft tyres are going to start degrading very soon. And this is going to leave Yasko possibly with the strongest chance at the end of the race. To Kubi, he's got that 5 second time penalty. See, Cammy, some contact with David Shiki. Still going side by side. Cammy can't make the move just yet. And Aiko's he's going to try and repeat the move he did before. It's not going to smoothly. Is he going to do it? Yes, he is. He's going to make the move. Aiko up into P12 ahead of ARS Cammy. Getting very racy. Getting very, very racy in the positions just outside of the points. Takubi, though, he would like to get racy within these next couple of drivers. He's got 3 drivers lined up right in front of him. He might like to make a move very shortly because, you see, at the moment, he will finish in P10. Now, he will finish P9 in this race, so he'll finish just behind Drastic Blaze. So he's got to make up a couple of places, and he's got to make a couple of seconds difference between a couple of these drivers now. So this is going to be a really important phase of his race. And ARS Alex, with all the hope of a big finish, 6 points for ARS, their biggest finish since Las Vegas, all the way back in round 2. starting to disappear because Takubi is now up to P7 in this race. And he's made a very nice move. You can see Rising Moon trying to make his way past Mabo. He has made his way past Mabo. And that's now going to allow Takubi on fresher tyres to close back up. David Shiki and Aiko battling it out. But Aiko's going to have the inside line and he's going to have the quicker line. And up into P11 goes the AMS driver. Still, though, I thought he had it done. No, he doesn't. Because David Shiki's still there. But now he has that move solidified through turn 4, maybe with a little bit of contact, but not too much. We've got a slow car in the middle sector. That is R-Web. R-Web's heading off somewhere. STR having a really difficult and rather horrific day here for them. P14 and 15 down in last, the bottom 2 places. You can see Takubi's trying to do an outside move on Mabo, as he's actually going to make that move work on Mabo. And up into P6 goes the Red Bull. He's got to try and close in now on Rising Moon. Yes, he does. He just makes it to Rising Moon in front within a second and opens the DRS. And there he goes. And DeVito has DNF from this race. And it's another safety car. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. By the way, to put it in perspective, we've only had 3 safety cars before in a single race. This is the 4th safety car. 4 safety cars. Wow. This is a new record. This is horrifying. This race is slightly horrifying. For me to watch, because I'm just seeing drivers battle over and over, and Ham's in front of Sarpali, by the way. And DeVito ultimately retired on track, so now that's stopped all racing. This has been crazy. This is crazy. Are they gonna pit? Are these last drivers gonna box some fresh tyres? Yes, Ham is boxing for fresh tyres. He's boxing for fresh tyres. So is everybody else. Is everybody else going to do it? Takubi! Oh! He's almost into the wall past Mabo. Oh my God. Absolutely crazy. I think everybody's coming into the pits now. Who's going to come out where? Ham's still going to come out in the lead. It's going to be Yasko P2, Sarpali in P3, Rev Rob in 4th, Rising Moon 5th, Alex! ARS Alex out of nowhere. He's P6 in this race. Mabo, P7. It's not good for Takumi because he's down in P12 now. He's going to have to fight past back Aiko, Cheeky, and Apple Juice. And this is absolutely crazy. Mabo now has just made a move on Alex for P6. I'm confused by that move, by that overtake. A couple of things going on here. Quite a few things. A bit of chatting going on in the Discord server, in the chat. A bit of talking about STR's retirement with DeVito. A bit of talking going on there. So something maybe we could look at after. Maybe something that could be sent to the stewards. Maybe not. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens when it does come in, of course. Generally, this race is just crash heaven. At the moment, it is really just crash heaven. No words for it. Absolutely no words for this. And what's going on. Sometimes I have words for incidents. This time I really don't. So it's rather interesting that I don't this time. But going racing once again, Ham underway. Hasn't gotten a good breakaway from the rest of the grid. So this has not been what he's been looking for. Definitely not what he's been looking for. He's getting chased down by Yasko into turn 1. Everybody on soft tyres, remember now. Rising Moon's trying to make a move. And there's another retirement in the pits now. R-Web is retired. This is really disappointing to see so many teams have to retire. And now we can see yellow flag is sector 1 for ACO and ARS Alex. They're both round. Disappointment again for ARS. Drastic Blaze has made a move on a couple of drivers. Here comes Takubi. Takubi looking... Oh! Drastic Blaze! Round in a spin. Drastic Blaze is rounding outside of the points. Everything is just going wrong for a couple of drivers, a couple of teams. I have no words for this at the moment, what's going on. No words, only 13 drivers left, and last is Drastic Blaze himself. Rev Rob, he's chasing after Sarpoli for this position. Remember, I said that AMS needed to score 29 points to win, to hold on to the chance of a championship. They need to score 29 points to hold on to the chance. At the moment, Ham is leading, but if Ham was to retire, just saying, if Ham was to retire, that would mean AMS would need to get P1 and P8 in this race, which doesn't really look possible for them. So it could be a little bit of disappointment, which I do feel bad for them. They've really, Sarpoli's put on a great performance today. I can't lie, he has. So same with Rev Rob and Takubi. All three of them have put on a really good race. But let's see if Ham can survive the DRS train that he's got behind him, because he's got a very fast 3 drivers all standing behind him. I've just seen Mabo. That man's found himself back up into P5 over a second ahead of Rising Moon 2. So everything is working out really well for quite a few drivers. Let's see. No DRS just yet. DRS is now enabled here on lap 30. We're going to show what the slipstream actually gains you. As you can see, it is decently strong, but compared to DRS, it is practically nothing. If with DRS, it would have been a lot closer. But you can see at the end of Sector 1, only 4/10 dividing the top 2. And less than a second, about a second, is dividing the top 4 entirely. So that is pretty crazy to think that the top 4 is divided by just about a second. Yes, with 4 safety cars. I won't say about the safety cars any longer, because this is just nuts. I can't lie, this is just nuts. But it's still great. It's still great. I still love this. I still love this race. It's still been great. I'm vibing to this. But even though I'm vibing to this, we're getting towards the end of the race, which is a bit sad because we're getting closer towards the end of the season as well. We'll only have 2 more races to go left in the season. But now DRS is open. We're going to see, we're right on board with Yasko. We're going to see how much, you can just see how strong DRS is around this track. It's just mental. It's mental how strong DRS is. ERS-wise, Sabali is actually the strongest for ERS-wise. So this could be something. This could be a little bit telling. I have no words for tonight. It is absolutely crazy. But Ham leads on lap 31 out of 33. Almost a second has now been divided between the top 2. Bit of a mistake from Yasko, but you can see again that gap just closes down by about 0.2 of a second very quickly. But Ham, he's feeling the pace. He is feeling the pace here tonight. But he's felt it for the last lap or so. Not really using any ERS, but the DRS is going to kick in again. And he's not going to like what he's going to get, because he's going to get a car behind them that will be quicker. We can see Sarpoli now making the move. You can just see that gap has halved down one pit straight, which I can't lie is pretty mental. These two now pretty similar on ERS levels, but in the next lap or two, we will find out over this lap and next lap whether FGE has won the Constructors' Championship or not here in Spain. This is their chance. All they need to do at the moment is make sure not to DNF. That's the main thing. Don't DNF. And even then, if only Sabri can even pull together just 26 points, that still won't be enough this race. So everything is hanging on for dear life at the moment. But you can see Sabri is so incredibly close to the back of that car of the Aston Martin. He is all over the back. He really is. He's got more ERS now as well. They're actually the same. They're both on the same amount of ERS. Here comes Sarpley down the straight. Here he comes. Final lap of the race here in Spain. Takubi gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Here he comes round the outside. Sarpley takes the lead in Spain. Here on the final lap. Through turn 1, through turn 2. AMS return to the lead. They won in Portugal. Might they win here again? They might win in Spain. Oh, there's a collision further up in front. Revrob and Yasko's both had a collision. Mabo is up into P3. What is happening? Revrob's dropped down the positions. He's down to P9 now. Everything's gone wrong for him and Yasko. And we've got a bit of racing going on in the middle sector. Everything crazy is going on. Mabo, and absolutely out of nowhere, SRA podium could be on for the chance. This would be crazy. As it stands, by the way, SRA I believe they might overtake. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know now. This is crazy. But we're going to be seeing in the next 2 corners. We're going to see the final 2 corners of this race. Oh no, Mabo. Why? Why a 3-second time penalty? But coming round, the final corner. AMS Sabali will win here in Spain from the final lap, but I've got to give a massive congratulations because Ham has sealed the deal for FGE and they win and they become the Constructors' Champion in FRLT Season 1 here in Spain with 2 races to go. It came down to the end. Sadly, Ham couldn't complete it and get a victory along with it, but it is still the Constructors' Championship. Congratulations to FGE. What an absolutely amazing and stunning race. Rising Moon is on the podium, by the way. He got P3 here tonight. And so ART returned to the podium after such a long wait. We can see ARO Yasko makes his way in P4. Mabo, though, still claims 10 points for SRA. Their first proper points of the season. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely mental. I have no words. Congratulations to FGE on that just amazing and really brilliant campaign they have run here in Season 1. They've almost, at times, they've had their competition. Other times they haven't, of course. But now they will properly have their competition, of course. And it is all over. Nothing can be done to stop FGE this season now. Congratulations to them. And also congratulations to AMS Sarpley for being on the podium. Not only being on the podium, but winning with AMS. Only 2 drivers have done it so far this season. Back in Portugal and now here in round 11 in Spain. So in 3 races, they've won 2. Compared to the first 8 where they didn't win a single race. So quite interesting to see. But here's the rundown of the order. AMS Sabri will win here in Spain, but it isn't enough to stop Ham confirming the Constructors' Championship to FG in the Aston Martin as FG become the Season 1 champions. Rising Moon finishes 3rd and getting ART's first podium in so long. Yasko finishes 4th. Mabo finishes 5th. Takubi 6th. Cheeky in 7th. Apple Juice in 8th. Cami in 9th, RevRob 10th, Aiko 11th, Drastic Blaze 12th, and finally, lastly, Alex, with the retirees being Arweb, DeVito, Hitindex, Flynn, FRC Sem, Rogerwell, and Sonic, all retiring from today's race. Absolutely no words. No words. I have nothing to say. I actually have nothing to say. There's nothing I can say about this, because it's confirmed. Constructors champion. It is FGE. Absolutely crazy. I said this race would be a great one. I said this would be something else here tonight, and it really was something else here tonight. To be fair, it really was. It really was. And not only do I want to say thank you to everybody watching the stream, because I know it's been a bit long, it's been a bit problematic. I know the stream's quality hasn't been great, and I do very much apologize for that. But absolutely crazy. I'm just looking at the stream's analytics. Thank you so much, because by the way, can I just put this in perspective? This has been our best stream analytics-wise. Thank you so much. The stream with the most views. Absolutely, thank you so much so far this season. That's absolutely crazy. Let's continue this. Let's keep this going. But yeah, sadly, this is the last part of the stream. This is the end. I say goodbye to you guys, which of course is a little bit sad. I don't like saying goodbye, but we do. We will be back next week for the next race. The next race, which I'm going to find out right now, because I'm going to show you the standings. The standings are now all wrapped up and finished for this season. The championship. The champions cannot be changed. Next week we go to Bahrain, and then we have a break week, and then for finale we will go to the Netherlands. FG, of course, have wrapped up the championship, and another podium can be added to their season tally. AMS also can tally up another victory to their season, only their second, but it's still enough. ABE coming away with a bit of a tough race. AERO, of course, coming away with a good 12 points from this race. Another P4 finish. They've done. By the way, this will be a hat trick of P4 finishes. So they've really done something else. ART, of course, have returned to the podium for the first time in so long. It's the first time, by the way, since round 1 they've been on the podium. So it's quite nice to see them return. XPG, of course, having another double DNF to their campaign. I believe that's their third double DNF. Same for STR. They're also going through their third double DNF of this campaign. But SRA, I believe they came away with 14 points. So they will find themselves up into 10th in the standings. They're not last any longer. So that's pretty interesting. But yes, sadly, that is it. That is it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody has an absolutely amazing week. Please think about subscribing and leaving a like. It's been great. And I will see you once again next week. We will go to Bahrain for round 12. And then, of course, we'll have Saturday break week. And then we'll be going to the Netherlands for the final race of the season. Thank you so much for watching. Go and have a great week. Have a great day. Have a great everything. Thank you so much. And I will see you again very shortly. Bye.
Andres picks up a penalty. Here comes trying to get past Andres right now has nowhere to go other than the wheel tracks. Now he has an opportunity. Now he gets past.
Takumi wins!